Hi, everybody. Tom Guile, the Guile Group. Hey, today we're actually shooting one of my favorite programs of the year. And what it is, it's the year in review. So today we're going to take a look at what happened in the real estate market in 2023. And I'm going to break out the crystal ball towards the end of the show and talk about expectations for 2024. So 2023 was an interesting year, to say the least, in real estate. Kind of some contradictions that we saw out there. We had both new listings and sales are down pretty significantly. Listings were down about 18% from 2022. But if you take a look at this graph here, we actually were starting to catch up to 2022 towards the end of the year. So we saw the biggest gap in listing activity kind of in the first half of the year. Sales, a similar type of thing. Sales are down 26%, which and I think in any market, if you'd say, sales are off 26%, that's something to be talking about. And again, the biggest gap happened really in that first half of the year. And as we got towards the end of the year, we still were tailing 22, but by not as much. But the interesting thing of all of this is what happened to prices in 23. So, this graph shows 2022 and 2023 next to each other here because I wanted to be able to show kind of the peaks and valleys of the 2 years. We saw a significant drop off in prices as we got to the end of 22. We got down to an average sales price of $532,000 as we rolled into January of 23. We ended the year definitely on a higher note at $586,800. So we actually had an increase in price of 10% from January to December of 23. And a lot of that was due to just a low inventory. While inventory is higher than we've seen in some years past, historically it was still pretty low. And this graph actually goes back quite a ways. It goes back to 17 because what I want to show here is where we were at inventory-wise in 2018. We were in that 3 to 3.5 months worth of inventory range. When we got into 23, we actually started at 2.7 months worth of inventory, and coincidentally, we ended the year with 2.7 months worth of inventory. And we can't talk about 2023 and not talk about mortgage rates, what happens with mortgages. We started the year at 6.5%, and we saw pretty steady inclines through most of the year as the Fed continued to raise the federal funds rate. Mortgage rates continue to rise correspondingly. We actually hit a peak in November of 7.8%, which definitely had somewhat of a chilling effect in the market in November. But we ended the year at 6.6. And interesting enough, we actually did see a little bump in sales in December compared to what we normally see seasonality-wise, where a lot of times December is really quiet. Okay, so here's my take. First, a quick summary. Interesting year in 2023. Year-end prices actually exceeded where we were at in December of 22, despite a 26% reduction in sales volume. And a lot of that was due to the fact that we didn't see a lot of new listings come on the market either. And we also saw a shift in the people that were in the market. We didn't see as many first-time home buyers in this market. What we were seeing were more people that were moving with due to some sort of significant life change. And a lot of our clients were moving, to the area or from the area, either for jobs or to be closer to family. Lots of clients last year actually were grandparents moving to the area to be close to their kids and grandkids. So taking a look at 2024, we've seen favorable inflation numbers over the last several months as it continues to come down. We expect the Fed to maintain and start dropping the federal funds rate as we get into 2024. So that ought to have a favorable effect on mortgage rates. So just a quick note here. We are seeing some things in 23 where sellers were offering incentives for buyers, helping them buy down rates and things like that. As the mortgage rates decline, I think we're going to see more buyers in the market. We're probably going to see some more sellers in the market too. But what's going to be interesting is, will the number of sellers in the market match the number of buyers? And if they don't, we're going to see increased buyer demand. We'll probably see some of those incentives go away. So it'll be an interesting year looking at 2024. I think overall it's going to be up over 2023. But hey, we'll see. Have any questions or want more information either about your home, your market, or just the market in general, shoot us an email at askgailgroup@gailgroup.com or give us a call. We'd love to hear from you.